So I'm going to be getting into if XRP is a good investment, not just for this year, but for the next 3 to 5 years. And I don't know if you guys watched Gary Gensler talk yesterday, but it was pretty ridiculous and he got grilled pretty hard. Now we're getting close to the end of the SEC case, which all of us XRP holders are waiting for because we know when it's over, the price is likely to skyrocket and shoot up to at least $1 at the minimum right away. That's just my opinion. Obviously not financial advice, but bags are packed. I'm still sitting on a little bit over 200,000 coins. So, obviously I believe in the coin, not just in the short term, but the long term. I think you can make the argument as well that getting into XRP right now would make for a really good trade setup, mainly because like I said, it's just more likely that it's going to shoot up in price than down in price. And if you guys, like I said, didn't watch Gary Gensler, I'm going to play a clip in just a little bit here so you guys can see how awful it was. I mean, it was pretty cringeworthy. When I was watching it live, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. You got all of these, officials asking Gary Gensler about cryptocurrency and, what he's doing. And he had, all these strange answers where he was talking around what they were asking. And it was just super, super weird. Okay, I am going to once again pull up my account here on Uphold. I have kept a nice little chunk on here. I've got around basically 36,000 coins. Most of the XRP though that I own is on an offline wallet. That is the way you should do it. However, last couple of years, I've really had the itch to buy more XRP. And as you guys know, you really can't buy it anywhere. I think KuCoin might allow you to buy it. I'm not 100% sure, but Uphold has supported the XRP army all through the SEC case. So I got to back Uphold for that. Of course, if you want to learn more about Uphold or get started, definitely recommend checking them out. We'll have some bonus and resource links directly below in the description of this video. Okay, let's talk about price with XRP for a second, especially before I play that clip with Gensler, because it was, like I said, ridiculous. But you're looking at XRP 50 cents. The coin has been suppressed for quite a while right now, if you're a long-term investor, and I think that's the best way to look at XRP because, it's trying to solve a real-world problem with cross-border payments. If you look at Ripple, the company, they've got hundreds of partnerships right now. So they're really just set up for strong growth. And, XRP is the coin that they're going to use. Market cap-wise, obviously, XRP has been sitting in the top 10. And if you look at large-cap cryptos, you're probably like, okay, XRP's market cap's pretty high. How much higher could it go? And here's the thing, and I do believe this is what's going to, occur probably this year, I would say. I think XRP is going to flip Ethereum for the number 2 spot. So when you look at, XRP doing that and the market cap and all that, it's going to come to a really good price. We're obviously going to be breaking old all-time highs. But I think going forward, not financial advice, XRP is going to be number 2. So it's going to go Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, and so forth. Another nice thing about XRP, it being a large cap crypto, it's a little bit on the safer side. It's been around for so many years now. So it's got, staying power. I could get into some other coins I think have staying power, but if we're just sticking to large cap cryptos, XRP specifically, I definitely think that it's a safe coin to get into. Okay, bottom line, absolutely, guys, 1,000% though. I truly believe XRP is a good investment, not just for this year, but, the next 3 to 5 years. I think that, the opportunity is right in front of us and we don't need to complicate this. Just buy and hold. If you want to do a short-term trade on it, you could do that. But I think long-term with XRP is probably the best way to do it. If you wanted to do like a side bag, let's say you bought maybe 10,000 coins, which isn't a lot, but maybe sell a couple thousand of them to take some profit when it shoots up, and let the rest kind of just play out. But for me, I'm definitely long-term in XRP, sitting on that 200,000 bag. Okay, we got to play this clip. It was absolutely ridiculous. Watch it all the way through. I'm going to try to get everything in here because it was insane. Let's run it.
Ether is one of the most popular digital assets and powers the Ethereum blockchain. Back in 2018, then SEC Corporation Finance Director Bill Hinman stated that he believed Ether was not a security. Last month, CFTC Chair Benham expressed his view that Ether is a commodity. The State Attorney General of New York asserted in a court filing last month that Ether is a security. Clearly, an asset cannot be both a commodity and a security. Do you agree?
Actually, all securities are commodity under the Commodity and Exchange Act. It's that we are excluded commodities. But I would agree that a security cannot be also an excluded commodity and an included commodity. I'm sorry, Chair, just to talk about the Commodity Exchange Act more precisely.
Okay, so do you recognize, how would you categorize Ether then?
Look, I think that the general sweep of what Congress did, not just in the 30s, but as amended.
I'm asking you, sitting in your chair now, to make an assessment under the laws as exist. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
Without speaking to any one.
I know you've repeatedly said that you're not going to speak to one, except you've spoken to one, Bitcoin. So I'm asking you to speak to a second one, the second largest market cap here.
And speaking to the tokens, there's 10 to 12,000. If there's a group of entrepreneurs in the
I'm asking about one.
The public is anticipating a profit based on the.
I'm asking you a specific question, Chair Gensler. I said this in private. This should be no shock to you. I'm asking this question. Is Ether a commodity or a security?
And again, it depends on the facts and the law, and if there's a group of individuals.
I'm asking you about the facts and the law sitting in your seat and the judgment you are making.
And so, Mr. Chair, I think you would not want me to prejudge because I'm also.
But you have prejudged on this. You've taken 50 enforcement actions. We're finding out as we go, as you file suit, as people get Wells notices on what is a security in your view, in your agency's view. I'm asking you a very simple question about the second largest digital asset. What is your view?
And my view is if there's a group of individuals in the middle that the public is anticipating.
All right, so let me just ask a second question then. Do you think it serves the market for an object to be viewed by the commodities regulator as a commodity and the securities regulator to be viewed as a security? Do you think that provides safety and soundness for the product? Do you think it provides consumer protection? Do you think it serves the value of innovation? I think no should be a very simple answer for you here.
I think
that uncertainty is bad, is it not?
And I think that Congress has said that there's one agency, the Securities and Exchange Commission, under this committee.
And you won't answer my question, and you're the head of that agency. So give me a break. Come on.
I'm answering it in the generic because you would not want me to speak about any one set of facts and circumstance.
Okay, so, but you've already spoken. Have you said anything about Bitcoin?
My predecessors and the agency itself has spoken to them.
Okay, but you're not willing to do the same about Ether. Okay, so let me just step back. There's a lack of clarity here in the marketplace. Can you at least agree to that?
I think that the clarity is there. The law is clear.
All right.
There's a group
of individuals let me be explicit about this. The market doesn't see it. Your regulatory actions and the CFTC's regulatory actions say that there's a great deal of uncertainty here. It is the intention of this committee to fix that uncertainty and actually.
Chairman Gensler, your record of failures to protect investors and abuses of power make it clear that we need to restructure the Securities and Exchange Commission. The failures are many, but let me cite some of the abuses. You average more than 2 rules proposals a month. You provide inappropriately short comment periods. You have unworkable and unlawful ESG disclosure mandates on the market. You have essentially a Hotel California rule for crypto where you can check in anytime you like, but you can never leave. You have endless discovery with no resolution and no clarity for the captives in the market. You have unworkable proposals for overhauling equity market structure, a de facto ban on crypto through proposed custody rule. You have high staff turnover, unhappy people leaving your office, and unhappy companies and capital leaving our country. To correct a long series of abuses, I'm introducing legislation that removes the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission and replaces the role with an executive director that reports to the board where all authority would reside. Former chairs of the SEC will be ineligible under my proposed bill. And this isn't just my take. It resonates across the political spectrum. The American people want democratic access to capital, retail investor participation. You can't just exclude retail investors from markets and claim it's for their own good. Our markets need to function.
About 35 seconds. Is there anything you'd like to share with us if I yield my last 30 seconds to you?
Well, if I could just note something about you mentioned your hearing about the recent events in the markets, and I would note there were 3 banks that failed in those handful of